Hello friends, hope we are doing good, and in today's video we are going to cover Russian Falmism. Okay, so this is the part of cultural studies. Okay, so we are going to do today's Russian Falmism. So without any wasting our time, let's start. So first of all, we have to understand the time period. So the time period of Russian Falmism is from 1910 to 1960. Okay, always remember, if there are something like Marxism, for Russian Falmism, and time period is given and you have to match it. So what you can do, you have to remember this particular time period, so that if this kind of question is there in match the following, you can easily do it. Okay, so first of all, let's have the overview. So Russian Falmism was a prominent school of literary criticism in Russia from 1910 to 1930. Okay, so we have particularly, let's talk about the 1910 to 1930, but there were so many writers, like I have mentioned here the key figures. One by one we will also understand their theory. So we have Victor, we have Yuri, Vladimir Prop, Roman Jacobson, as well as Boris Jogori and Boris Akhimov. Okay, so Russian names are really very difficult to pronounce. Okay, so that is the reason why I already pronounced the name, and you can clearly see the surname of them, you can pronounce it. Okay, so we will do these key writers. Okay, so these schools revolutionized literary criticism between, see, there are so many various dates, so that is the reason why I have clearly mentioned that this is the basically time period. But in your option you can maybe see from 1910 to 1930, or from 1914 after the starting of the First World War to 1930. Okay, so let's also understand the influence of the Russian Falmism. So Russian Falmism had a lasting impact on the scholars like Mikhail Bakhtin, as well as Yuri Lotman. Okay, so you will see the influence of Russian Falmism on them. So that is the reason why we are studying Russian Falmism now. So we should know the concept, and then when we are doing these writers, very important writers जिसके बारे में यूजीसी नेट आपसे रिपीटेड क्वेश्चंस पूछते आ रहा है, देन वी विल सी इट. ओके, सो सबसे पहले हमें समझना है रशियन फॉर्मिज्म में दो बहुत ज़्यादा महत्वपूर्ण और वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट मूवमेंट्स हुए थे. फर्स्ट वन इज ओपेज, ये कहाँ पे हुआ था? सेंट पीटर्सबर्ग में. देन वी हैव मॉस्को लिंग्विस्टिक सर्किल. सो यू हैव टू रिमेंबर दीज टू, और इनका की कॉन्सेप्ट समझेंगे. फॉर्मलिज्म, इट इज़ ड्राइव फ्रॉम द सेंट्रल आइडिया दैट द लिटरेरी लैंग्वेज, और लिटरेरी लैंग्वेज से क्या मेरा मतलब है? पोएटिक लैंग्वेज इज द फंडामेंटली डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द एवरीडे लैंग्वेज. सो व्हाट वी हैव स्टडी in literature is really very different. Means it's not just I like drinking Coca-Cola, or I like dancing. Not this thing. Means something extraordinary. Okay, so we have one more thing, that is sujet and fabula. So fabula, Russian में fabula means story and sujet means plot. So fabula is the raw material और chronological sequence of the event, जिसे plot हम बोलते हैं, है ना? Means story, it's story, and sujet is the plot, the actual arrangement है ना, and the presentation of the events in the narrative by the writer. Okay, so let's talk about the distinction. So formalists distinguish between the literary poetic use of language, which is self-focused. So poetic use of language is self-focused, and the ordinary language which serves to convey information about the world. Okay, अब नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द जो रशियन फॉर्मिज्म और इसको सप्रेस कर दिया था कब? 1920 में, 1929 में. ठीक है, और किसके अंडर में? सेटलिन्स रिजीम के अंडर में इसको सप्रेस किया था. और ये मूवमेंट देन शिफ्टेड टू चेकोस्लोवाकिया, वेयर स्कॉलर्स लाइक रोमन जैकोब्सन एंड जैन मुखर्वस्की, रेने वेलेक कंटिन्यूड द वर्क. और फिर ये रशिया से शिफ्ट कहाँ पे हो जाता है? चेकोस्लोवाकिया में. नाउ चेकोस्लोवाकिया इज वेरी डिफरेंट, चेक रिपब्लिक इज बहुत अलग, एंड स्लोवाकिया इज देयर. ओके, नाउ बोथ आर द सेपरेट कंट्री नाउ. So now let's see the function of literary language. So what is the function of the literary language? So formalists argued that the literature's purpose is not to communicate. So literature का क्या पर्पस है? Not to communicate external information but to offer a unique experience by focus on the formal element of the language such as meter, troops and the syntax. Okay, so there is already my video on the meter, troops, all the literary devices. Okay, so what you have to do, you just have to come to my channel. This is my channel where you will see so many videos. I have mentioned all, means whatsoever thing I'm telling you, you can find my videos here, okay, on my YouTube channel. So you will got to know about the all the literary terms in. I have already uploaded a video for that, please watch it. Also subscribe to my channel. Now let's move to the literary theory of this Russian formism. So formism is a critical approach that focuses on the text itself without considering external factors like author's intent in the historical context. Okay, so ये एक अप्रोच है जो फोकस करता है केवल टेक्स्ट के ऊपर विदाउट कंसिडरिंग एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर. एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स में क्या क्या आ जाते हैं? ऑथर का क्या इंटेंट था, इसने ये वर्ड और ये पर्टिकुलर सेंटेंस किस पर्पस के लिए लिखा है, एंड द हिस्टोरिकल कॉन्टेक्स्ट से कोई लेना देना नहीं है, बस हमें टेक्स्ट से ही लेना देना है. सो विदाउट कंसिडरिंग एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स. Okay, so it also analyzes. In Russian formalism, we can see the inherent feature of the text such as grammar, structure and the literary devices. Okay, so if you are wondering that where would you get this PDF, so if you want this PDF, I will share it on my Telegram channel, so you can join my Telegram channel. The link I will provide you in the description, so join and there you will got this link. Okay, so worry not. Now reaction against romanticism. जो रशियन फॉर्मलिज्म था, इसको एक तरीके से रिएक्शन अगेंस्ट रोमांटिसिज्म भी कहा था. एंड फॉर्मलिज्म में यहाँ पे हमें क्या देखने को मिलता है कि फॉर्मलिज्म इमर्ज्ड एज अ रिएक्शन अगेंस्ट द रोमांटिक theories of literature which emphasizes subjective emotion and personal experience of the author. Okay, so Russian formism also involved into the Anglo-American New Criticism, okay, which took a similar approach but was more prominent in the English-speaking world. So formalism dominated literary studies in the US as well as from the end of the World War II to the 1970s, especially with the work of the Rene Valek and the Austin Warren. Okay, these two writers from USA. Okay, so key quotes is there. Literary criticism is the description and the evolution of its object. Very important. Okay, so it is the quote from where? It is the quote from the Russian formalism. Now let's come to the fabula story. Okay, we have already discussed. It is the same thing. I just separately मैंने यहाँ पे लिख दिया था. ओके, डेट्स. अब हमने जो भी राइटर्स पढ़े हैं, जैसे कि अब हमारे पास राइटर है विक्टर वोरकोविच शेल्वोस्की. ओके, सो वी विल सी ओवरव्यू. वी विल हैव अर्ली लाइफ एंड द करियर एंड द पब्लिकेशन, देयर इंपॉर्टेंट वर्क एंड द इन्फ्लुएंसेस. सो दीज आर द शॉर्ट राइटर्स एज वेल एज ऑल द वर्क्स आई हैव मेंशन्ड हियर. ओके, सो वी विल डू इट. So let's do it in this video only. I have just cover this writer only from the Russian formalism, but if you are interested you can also go through some other writers which is mentioned here. So I have only covered this one, but you can search for them as well as in important terms by yourself. Okay, but if I got the time I will make a separate video on these writers as well as. Just comment me down if you want that video or not. Okay, so without investing our time, let's move to the Victor Shalvosky. So he was born in 1893 and his death occurred in 1984. So Victor Shalvosky was the Russian formalist, literary theorist. So ये देखिए, Russian formalist थे, literary theorist थे, critic थे, writer थे and pamphleteer थे. His work significantly influenced literary theory, particularly Russian formalism. Okay, so he is the best known for the developing the concept of defamiliarization, और जिसे हम ऑस्ट्रेनिनी बोलते हैं. ओके, सो यू हैव टू रिमेंबर डीफैमिलियराइजेशन. ये किसने वर्ड को कॉन्सेप्ट दिया है? विक्टर शेल्वोस्की. ओके, और इनका पूरा नाम है विक्टर बोलिशविच Shalvosky. Okay, so I hope you are clear with it. Now let's move further. Now let's see the life and the career of Victor Shalvosky. So first of all, let's see. During the First World War, Shalvosky volunteered for the Russian army. So he also worked in the Russian army and became a driving training in the armed car unit in St. Petersburg. He was involved in the in the Russian revolution, we have seen the February Revolution, which occurred in 1917. If you are the student of history, or if you have studied from the CBSE school, in NCERT book you have read a lot about the Russian Revolution. Okay, so which is there. So this particular writer Viktor Shalvosky was participant in that. Okay, so yeah, so in 1916 he founded the opioid. Who are the founder of this particular organization? So right answer is Viktor Shalvosky. And when in 1916 a prominent group of the linguistic, और ये क्या है, what is this opioid? So it's a linguistic and literary critics based in the St. Petersburg. Okay, key figures in the opioid include Boris Osip Birek and Yuri. These three writers were there. Okay, you can write down the name and I will share this PDF, so you will have the. So now let's see the publication and the writing of the Viktor Shalvosky. So in 1923 Shalvosky published his memoir, और की मेमोरीज पब्लिश करते हैं, और ये कब से कब तक का पीरियड है, 1970 to 1922, अंडर द टाइटल. इनका टाइटल क्या है? दिस इज द टाइटल, वेरी लॉन्ग टाइटल, एंड इट इज ऑल्सो रियली वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू प्रोनाउंस इट. ओके, सो let's Sentimentenoe Positive was Minunia. Okay, so this is the title. In the same year he wrote his epistolary novel 200. Okay, this is the epistolary novel 200, or Letter Not About the Love. Okay, so now let's see the influence of the Shalvosky. So he laid the foundation of the Russian formalism, where he had the lasting impact on the literary theory, particularly the regard of study of poetic languages versus everyday language. Okay, so key concept की बात करें तो defamiliarization का ये concept देते हैं, और यही coin करते हैं इस term को. इन कौन से ऐसे में करते हैं, आर्ट एज द टेक्निक, और ये कब पब्लिश होता है, 1917 में, प्लीज रिमेंबर. एंड इट्स रिफर्स टू द प्रोसेस व्हाई द लिटरेचर डिस्टर्ब ऑर्डिनरी लैंग्वेज एंड द प्रेजेंटेशन टू मेक द फिल्म familiar appear strange. Okay, Shalvosky argued that the poetic language is more difficult to understand than the ordinary language because it is framed or stylized in contrast to the simplicity of the prose. Prose is very simple to understand. Now we have art as device. So in art as device we have Shalvosky theory of the rhetorical devices like parallelism, archaism, and the metaphor are essentially in the literature because it causes de-automation, disturbing the automatic understanding of familiar things, which is the part of the defamiliarizations. So here are the important works of the Viktor Shalvosky. You can go through it, and in the next video we are going to cover Marxist criticism. Okay, so we will have this thing in another video, means in upcoming video. Now let's see the important work of the Viktor Shalvosky. So first of all we have the sentiment journey, और जिससे मेमोरिया इनका publication 1917 to 1922 के बीच का cover करते हैं. Then we have 200, or the Letters Not About the Love. Then we have Night's Move, which was published in 1923. Then we have Literature and the Cinematography, which was published in the same year, 1923. Then we have the Theory of Prose, which was published in 1925. Then we have the Third Factory, which was published in 1926. Then we have the Hunt of the Optimism, which was published in 1937. Then we have Leo Tolstoy, which was published in 1963. Then we have Energy of Delusion, a book on Pilate, which was published in 1981. And the last work, that is Art as Technique, which was the essay, and you have to tell me in the comment section when this work was published. And that's all for this video. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video. Thank you so much.